Hello and welcome to Reviews. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm on a business trip. I'm in my hotel right now, and I am so excited because I did it. I finally found it. I found a mountain, Paw Paw, Michigan. I've completed my Fantastic Four. Man, this thing's nice and heavy. Oh, I just had to brag for a minute. But anyway, um, I'm just going to do a quick video here. I'm not going to um, edit anything in Sony here. Things blew up this weekend. Of course, it would happen that while I'm traveling for work and I'll be in my hotel doing some videos here, it would happen that Zach, the Diversity in Comics, Richard Meyers, has filed his lawsuit against Mark Waid. Um, as you know, I did a video before on this, when this all happened, um, about Mark Waid violating Marvel's social media policy. And it looks like, based on the rules, if Marvel uses the same rules as their parent company Disney, it looks like he did violate those rules. So you can, I'll try and put a link in the description here to that video. But Richard has finally done it. He has filed a lawsuit. And yeah, this is all relatively breaking. It's happened over the weekend, but I've been on the road. So, yeah, and just for like a reminder here, I'm just pulling up some stuff. Mark Waid, this is the same guy that before all this happened, when they were at the Baltimore Comic Con, and he thought that diversity in comics would be there, he put out the following post. I have an important request. There is a serial YouTube harasser named Richard C. Meyers who I'm told may be attending as a fan. If anyone sees this gentleman or any of his friends, I need you to come find me and tell me immediately. Even if I'm on a panel, come up and interrupt. Please circulate this request as widely as you possibly can through all your social media accounts. Fellow pros, tell each other. This is about attempting to lessen the harassment of women in comics, and is important. Please spread the word. Thank you. And of course, he later went on to say that, make sure you have the right guy because things could go very badly if you pointed out the wrong person. Richard has really gotten under his skin, and when Diversity in Comics, Richard Meyers, Zach, when he was told to put up or shut up, and he put up and started putting out his Indiegogo for Jawbreakers, and it started doing really well. When Zach went to Antarctic Press, and they agreed on a 50-50 deal to put out the book, Mark Waid went ahead and contacted Antarctic Press. He even posted right here, I have a call in to Antarctic Press. Until I hear back, I'm hesitantly willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that they don't really understand who or what they're who they're getting into business with, which, though it would seem a stretch, is a possibility. If I do hear back, I'll report in. Curious as to how they feel about publishing creators whose marketing strategy is to allegedly encourage their fans to threaten the employees of stores and or harass and one-star review bomb stores that don't order the product. This part here, not true. That never happened. He did list some stores that had a secret Facebook group that they agreed they would not carry the product even if customers asked for it. But he never gave out the numbers for store employees or names. He did list the stores. So, he's making a stretch on this, and I just bumped up on something here. And Antarctic Press did say a public PR piece, this is an untrue story. Please do not spread it. Nobody at AP contacted Marvel. Mark Waid did not bully anyone at our company, though he did call and express concern. No letters were written between us and Marvel. Now this is about whether Mark was acting as a Marvel employee or on his own. Because right after, it was about 36 hours, I think. It was roughly a day and a half after Mark posted that he called Antarctic Press And if I recall, that was on a weekend. After he made that call, Antarctic Press, after they said that they were going to publish Zach's book, they then canceled and the deal was off. And as I said in my previous video, this is really huge that Mark even went to a competitor, a small competitor, regardless, but still a competitor, and had a talk with them about their business practices. We're getting into business tort laws, and like I said, I explain more in my video about why this is bad. And now some people thought, would Marvel be brought into this? Is he acting, as a mouthpiece for Marvel? And they're just going to play the whole, he's a freelancer, not a real employee, blah, blah, blah type thing to try and distance themselves. But Mark shed more light on the situation. Other factors came into play that do not involve any staff or freelancers at any other company that led us to our decision. We wish the Jawbreakers team success in their next phase. It's now bigger than we could have handled. They have lined up another publisher who can get them into a bigger venue than we could have. And that's the other thing. What Mark Waid did, since they were doing a 50-50 split, Antarctic Press and Richard Meyers, they cost Antarctic Press money as well. This could have been huge for them. So Zach has finally lawyered up, and I guess Mark has lawyered up too, and this is going to be fascinating to watch. Because it's nice to see Mark Waid finally get slapped down. And I see this going really one of two ways. Mark Waid apparently got a high-profile lawyer who sued, was Iraq? I forget. Again, I'm traveling. I'm catching up on everything. So I'm being dumped on, kind of doing info dumps myself on trying to catch up. But a really famous, powerful attorney. Zach, on the other hand, has also ponied up a really good attorney from the state of Texas. So it'll be really interesting. And the way I see this panning out, I don't think Marvel will be brought into it unless during the discovery phase something happens during that. I'm not a lawyer, but I don't think, because Marvel will have Disney's lawyers on their side. So what I think Mark's only chance at this is to go ahead and try to have his lawyer basically win by attrition. Just keep, refiling things and stretch it out as long as possible until Zach runs out of money. However, if Zach runs an Indiegogo or some type of crowdfunding for legal fees, his fan base will step up to fund it. Mark would probably have the same thing happen on his side, where they have industry pros. And it's going to be a big ideological push back and forth. It's just going to be so fascinating to see. And of course, the other thing is, I think Zach's going to win this one, or Mark Waid's lawyer will tell him to settle. There's people yelling in the hallway, because that'll be the best thing. There's really no way Mark can come out of this without looking even crazier than he normally does. There's all the reports of him having temper tantrums at CrossGen, and the things he said, and the whole, sending black wreaths to employees that have lost their job, all the spurg outs that he's done. He's shown to be a very emotional person who loses his temper a lot. And I think this time has finally cost him, and which is a shame. I have liked some of Mark's work. I liked Irredeemable and Incorruptible. I think those were the last things he did that I really enjoyed. But this is going to be interesting. So stay tuned. There's going to be more. I'm going to get settled into my hotel room. I'm still not even completely unpacked, which is why I am filming a screen. And, I still got this bad boy to keep me company. Look at that. So anyway, yeah, I'm pretty excited by all this. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.